Ang binabasa ko para umpisahan ang magandang umaga ay Biblia kasi malaking tulong ang Biblia, ang mga Gospels na nakasaad dito.
Mga Philippine history and technology, National Geographic.
Gusto ko magbabasa ng pocketbook dahil nalilibang ako.
Ito, palagi ako nagbabasa ng comics, papatanggal ng stress, lalo na kapag free time.
Gusto ko nagbabasa ng dyaryo para nalalaman ko kung anong nangyayari sa ating bansa.
Mahalaga ang pagbabasa sa bawat individual. Pinagyayaman nito ang ating imahinasyon, kaalaman at bukabularyo. Sa katunayan, isang batas ang ipinatupad noong 1994 upang mapalaganap sa bansa ang ugali ng pagbabasa. Nakasaad sa Republic Act No. 7743 na dapat may sariling aklata ng bawat distrito, lungsod, bayan at barangay sa bansa. Ngunit malaki ang kakulangan dito. Mayroon lang 1,124 na public library sa buong bansa. At 58% lang ng ating populasyon ang may alam kung saan makikita ang kanilang pampublikong aklatan. Ayon sa National Book Development Board, patuloy ang pagbaba ng readership rate sa bansa. Mula sa 94% noong taong 2003, nabawasan ito at naging 92% noong taong 2007. Lalo pa itong humina noong nakaraang taon dahil 88% na lang ng ating populasyon ang nagbabasa. Sa katunayan, 16% lang dito ang nagbabasa panglibang. Ang pagbabasa ay malaking bahagi ng kaunlaran ng bansa. Kailangan din ito para malinang ang kaisipan ng bawat isa. Atin pang himayin ang kahalagahan ng pagbabasa sa pagbabalik ng Ulat Pangmulat. Marami sa ating mga barangay at munisipalidad ang kulang sa mga public school. Kung kaya naman ang ilan sa kabataan, tila nakabakasyon ng permanente mula sa mga paaralan. Bukod sa mismo mga paaralan, marami pang kulang na mga facility sa naitayo ng mga public school, gaya ng 66,000 silid-aralan at higit 78,000 palikuran. Nangangailangan din ng karagdagang 11,000 guro. Ang mababang sahod at hindi magandang pamamalakad sa mga paaralan ang ilan sa mga dahilan kung bakit nangingibang bansa ang ating mga teacher. Ayon sa Department of Education, may sobrang 1,200,000 upuan para sa mga eskwelahan natin. Ngunit marami pa ring mga paaralan ang walang sapat na upuan para sa kanilang mga estudyante. Sa katunayan, 77 eskwelahan ang nakatanggap ng substandard chairs noong nakaraang taon. Higit 6 na milyong Pilipino ang hindi marunong magbasa at magsulat. Hindi kasi madali sa lahat ang makapag-aral. Gaya na lang ng libo-libong mga estudyanteng naglalakad ng higit sa 6 na kilometro bago makapasok sa eskwela. At ang ilan naman sa kanila sumusuong sa dagat at lumalangoy araw-araw patungo sa kanilang paaralan. 40% ng ating populasyon ang nakakatapos ng elementarya. 32% naman ang nakakagraduate ng high school, habang 19% lamang ang nakakapagtapos ng kolehiyo. Dahil dito, 3 sa 10 Pilipino edad 18 at pataas ang walang trabaho. Ayon sa International Labor Organization, sa isang developing country tulad ng Pilipinas, nakakatanggap ng mas mababang sweldo ang mga hindi nakapagtapos ng kolehiyo. Ang edukasyon ay hindi isang oportunidad na para lang sa ilan, bagkus ito ay isang karapatan ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya naman dapat pagtuunan ng pansin ang mga programang sumusuporta sa paglaganap ng edukasyon para sa ikauunlad ng bawat Pilipino.
Children are our future, and early childhood is critical to their development. The first few years of life are extremely significant, as that is when the most important changes take place in their brains. During this time, how children interact with their family and other people around them literally shapes their growth and development. If they are treated well, they will be happy and contented, outgoing and eager to learn. Caring for children as they grow up is not an individual responsibility. Of course, parents are in the front line, but the whole community needs to be involved, also watching out for their health and safety. The whole family has a part to play in caring for the child as it grows up. Apart from the parents, brothers and sisters, grandparents, and other members of the family, the community also has a role in raising the child. The father has an essential part to play in raising the child. His involvement will help the child develop better socially and emotionally. And an encouraging father will even help the child to do better at school. Children have rights, and this should never be forgotten. It is the duty of parents, the community, and the government to provide healthcare, education, and a safe environment equally for all children. Providing a safe environment for children to grow up in is vital. They should be kept away from dangerous objects and surroundings. Always hold their hands to cross the road and don't allow them to go near unsafe objects. Children must be protected from physical, sexual, and verbal abuse. Avoid hitting them if they misbehave. Instead, explain quietly but firmly what is wrong. Things you can do. Watch young children in the family and the community and make sure they get what they need. Mothers and fathers can spend more time with their children, talking to them, telling them stories, playing with them, and asking questions. Always supervise babies and young children so that they don't have accidents. Regular visits to a healthcare center is crucial during pregnancy, before and after birth. A healthy mother for a healthy child. The health worker checks on the health of both the mother and child, monitoring the progress and counseling the mother on healthy living. Too many births, too close together, and births to adolescent girls under 18 are dangerous both to the mother and child. Healthcare centers can provide advice on safe sex and help make health decisions. During pregnancy, one should have a healthy diet and avoid abusing addictive substances like cigarettes, alcohol, and drugs. The birth should be in a clean environment and assisted by a trained midwife or nurse. It is vital that parents register the birth of their child as soon as possible so that the child has access to health care, education, and other basic rights of citizens or residents. Breast milk is the best for the newborn in the first 6 months. Solid foods can be introduced later. Cooked vegetables and fruits are a good source of vitamins. From the moment they are born, babies are sensitive to the warmth and soothing of his or her surroundings. Affection, physical contact, and mental stimulation are all essential for the baby to develop a secure and trusting sense towards the outside world. Things you can do. Provide information to all adolescents on reproduction and risks of pregnancy before 18 years. If expecting a baby, quit smoking, alcohol, and substance abuse. Share information and support others in the community who may require help. Give babies lots of love, attention, and stimulation by telling stories, singing songs, praying, holding, cuddling or massaging them, and talking and reading or singing to the child. Every child is born ready to learn. For all children, the first 3 years are the most important. This is when the brain's development is most decisive. The brain is an engine of any child's development. Their physical, mental, and emotional growth is driven by it. During these early years, the child's language abilities are firmly formed. For the brain to be best developed, the child needs a balanced and healthy diet, a stable, affectionate, and supportive environment, affection and constant interaction with parents and people around them. This sets the growth pattern for later life. Deprived of these things, a child's development can be limited or restricted. All children grow and develop in similar ways. Their behavior progress follows a similar pattern: sitting, crawling, standing, walking, and talking. At least saying their first few words. But all children develop at their own pace. Parents who are worried about their child's development should seek help. All children should go to school from the official recommended age in the country, and they should attend school regularly. Children who have grown up with attention, affection, stimulation, and proper care in the first 5 years will be ready for school. Things you can do. Be good role models. Show an interest in the school and the children's work and get involved. Spend time with the children, talking and listening to them, playing games with them and doing activities together. Encourage children to express their feelings, opinions, and beliefs. Encourage children to play with schoolmates and other friends and to get involved in activities and sport outside the school. And encourage positive behavior. All parents want their children to be healthy. Healthy children are happy and active. A pregnant woman requires regular checkups, a clean environment, and nutritious food. Given a healthy diet from early on, children will grow up less vulnerable to disease and infection. Many common diseases among children can be prevented with low-cost actions. Diarrhea. This common cause of sickness and death in young children can be caused by contaminated water or food. To prevent it, always drink safe water by boiling, filtering, or adding chlorine to all drinking water. Keeping it in clean containers and preventing dust, insects, or animals from entering the containers. Prepare and store food safely, making sure that the food is clean or well cooked, and washing plates, cups, utensils with soap and water. Washing hands with soap can reduce the incidence of diarrhea by half. To treat diarrhea, parents should give more fluids than usual, including oral rehydration salts, which is a mixture of clean water, salt, and sugar that can be prepared safely at home. Zinc supplements will also speed up recovery. Mosquito-borne infections such as malaria and dengue can be prevented by sleeping under insecticide-treated nets, spraying of mosquito repellent and insecticides, and emptying stagnant water in which mosquito may breed. Malaria can be treated with anti-malarial medicines, while dengue has no treatment. Prompt diagnosis and medical care are crucial for both diseases. Malnutrition is the greatest cause of death in young children because it weakens them and makes them vulnerable to many diseases. Good nutrition, together with nurture and love, is the key to a child's healthy growth and development. In the first 6 months of life, babies should be exclusively breastfed or bottle-fed if the mother cannot breastfeed. From 6 months onward, children need freshly prepared, nutritious food in addition to milk. Children need to eat a variety of food from the 4 main food groups: vegetables and fruits, grains, dairy products, and protein. Children should complete a full course of immunizations according to the schedule recommended in their country. This may include vaccinations against hepatitis, diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, measles, mumps, and rubella. Things you can do. Always drink safe water and prepare and store food safely. Ensure that your children eat a well-balanced diet every day. Safely dispose of garbage and human and animal feces. Cover or remove water to protect against mosquitoes. Help children develop good habits such as hand washing with soap before eating and after going to the toilet or latrine, cleaning their teeth, and healthy eating. Play is a right for all children. All children need time and freedom to play alone or with friends, to explore, to laugh, and to enjoy themselves. Encouraging play is one of the most important ways adults can support children's development, learning, and well-being. Play is the way children learn. It helps children develop physical skills, thinking and problem-solving skills, communication skills, creativity, and emotional strengths. Many play materials and toys are available naturally, for example, sand, water, leaves, and shells, or can be made from recycled materials, wooden sticks, cardboard boxes, or juice cans. You will be helping your child gain important math skills by collecting these, putting the same things together, naming colors or shapes, or counting them. Play can take many forms and is different at different ages. Taking time to play with kids, building bonds, and adventure. Things you can do. For babies and young children, adults must also provide materials that are safe and suitable for the child's stage of development. Give all your children, regardless of age and gender, time to play and try not to get impatient if the children turn their work into play. Letting your child play alongside you while you are working. Children's use of television and computer games should be carefully supervised so that they are not exposed to violence or sex. Restrict television time for young children. All children enjoy stacking things and building. They will do this with food packets and cans if you let them. Many communities have special places for play, parks, natural places such as a river or the sea, perhaps a library or zoo. Parents and caregivers are urged to take their babies and young children to these places. Babies are born ready to communicate. They can even hear before they are born. From birth, they can express their needs and emotions in nonverbal ways. Parents who understand their baby's special ways of communicating are better able to comfort them and respond to their needs. Talking to babies while feeding and changing them, playing games, singing, reading, and telling stories all help to build their understanding of words and develop other important language skills. Children talk to us in many different ways, not just through speaking, but through stories, drawing and painting, dance and music, facial expressions, body and sign language, as well as through speaking, reading, and writing. Children learn best in their mother tongue. In this way, the mother tongue becomes the child's first language, and the culture and traditions associated with the language can be passed on to the child. They can learn other languages easily after they have learned their first language. Drawing is particularly important for young children. Children can start using pencils, crayons, and paintbrushes as soon as they can hold them, usually around 18 months of age. Things you can do. Talk, sing, tell stories, and play games in your mother tongue. Continue using and teaching your child in your mother tongue. Extend what children can say and give them new words. When babies begin to make sounds, repeat that sound back to them. This builds their confidence and strengthens their language capacity. Read to children every day. They also enjoy and want to hear stories that appeal to them as young children. Let children see other people reading and writing. This may be older children doing their homework. It is important that all children learn to read and write. However, formal teaching of reading and writing before children go to school is not recommended. Young children behave naturally and spontaneously. Their actions can make parents feel happy and proud, but also at times anxious and worried. Children learn their behavior like everything else from their parents and their environment. It is important to always remain patient, to try to understand the reasons for a child's behavior, and to never use physical punishment to discipline them. Children do not know how to act or what to do when they are born. They learn the social rules and what is expected of them from their families by watching and imitating their parents and others around them, especially children. Before the age of 2, children are not able to understand these adult rules and expectations. Do not use physical punishment. Apart from causing physical injury, violence and harsh treatment can also cause stress and lead to mental and emotional problems. When children are in a caring, trusting relationship, they are more likely to learn the skills and values that we want them to have. Parents and carers or caregivers should constantly show their love and affection for the child. Talk to them, encourage them, and spend time with them. Teach children to solve problems. Things you can do. Be the role model of behavior that you want your children to follow. Talk to children in simple words and gestures, explaining what is expected of them and why. Explain the cause and effect of behavior. Acknowledge and reinforce good behavior. Encourage children to express their feelings. Teach children self-control and to solve problems by talking through and helping the child find a solution. When children have tantrums or are very angry, let them sit alone for a few minutes while they calm down. When the child has calmed down, tell them that it is all right to go and play again. Children with disabilities should be treated with respect and affection. They should be an integral part of the family and community and be included in everyday activities. Family support and the involvement of the wider community is essential for a child to fully develop their abilities. There are many causes of disability. Having a child with a disability can happen to anyone. It is nothing to be ashamed of. Some disabilities are the result of factors which parents have no control over. But the chances of a child developing a disability can be reduced by making sure the mother is properly immunized, eating a nutritious and balanced diet, and keeping healthy during pregnancy, exercising, and avoiding stress. Pregnant mothers need to have regular medical checkups before and after birth. Of course, some children are born healthy, but develop disabilities as the result of accidents, illness, or lack of enough good food. If parents feel that there may be something wrong with their child, they should seek medical advice as soon as possible. Always focus on what the child can do, rather than their weaknesses. A child may have a disability in one area, but not others. Many children with physical disabilities have no problem learning. Some have particular talents for music, mental arithmetics, or memorizing facts and places quickly. Children with disabilities need careful nurturing. Exercises, rolling, catching a ball, and swimming can help the child develop despite the disability. Listening to music and stories can also help the child's growth. Things you can do. Do not push your child to do things. Provide activities that can help your child grow. A community health worker can help advise you. Persuade your child to do things for themselves, like eating and dressing themselves. Encourage your child to play with other children. Children with disabilities are helped greatly by playing with other children. Parents should try to make their home and the outdoor environment more suitable and friendly for a disabled child, so that they can move around easily and be part of normal family life. Make sure your child receives as much attention and affection as possible. Make certain that sometime every day you play special games and do activities with the child. Starting school is an important step for every child. Every boy and girl should start at the age agreed in their country. This is usually when they are somewhere between 5 and 7 years old. Parents are the child's first teachers, but education is more than just going to school. It is about having opportunities to develop and learn throughout life. Parents provide these opportunities from the moment their baby is born, as they hold, touch, talk to, and play with their baby. Children who attend an early childhood program like a nursery, a preschool, and playgroups before starting school do better at school. Parents can also support their children's education. They can encourage learning at home through, for example, reading and telling stories, singing, playing games with numbers and letters, drawing, and painting. They can also encourage their children to play with other children and explore interesting things and places. Families, schools, and communities need to work together to support young children as they begin their school life, so that every child has a successful time there. Things you can do. As the time to go to school draws closer, parents and families can prepare the child by visiting the school with them, talk positively with the child about school, and getting involved in the school. Help children develop social and emotional skills by building a positive relationship, encouraging them to play with other children, and setting simple rules on interacting with other children. Teach children self-help skills like using the toilet, washing their hands, brushing their teeth, and dressing themselves. Encourage children to play and play with them to help develop their physical language and counting skills. Teach children to solve problems.